Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we have a new parcel from Aliexpress, and it's the most anticipated trooper, I think probably out of most of them, because it's a whole new mould, and that is the ARF trooper, and it's looking pretty cool here. I've only ordered one because as you can tell on the actual thumbnail, it kind of looked a little bit warped, but nonetheless we'll get into the actual review and open up the packet. So again, from AliExpress, all the way from China, it only comes in this kind of like little parcel here and then wrapped up in the bubble wrap. But so far, I've never had any problems or issues with the actual packaging at all. And taking that out is also in another cellophane here. They only do the 501st at the moment. I'm kind of wishing that they will do more kind of battalions, because they just seem to go a bit sort of 501st crazy at the moment. But yeah, this guy is actually looking really good. So the actual body is probably the same, but we do have this ARF helmet and on there, and actually it doesn't look too bad. A little bit warped, a little bit of hot water on there may bring it back up. So I'm just going to go away, take some pictures, and we'll be back in a mo. So if you're enjoying the review, don't forget to hit that like button, and also if you are a fan of the channel or you find yourself more often here than not, then you can always like and subscribe and ding that bell so you get more notifications for next time for more reviews, updates, customs and so forth. So welcome back. We've been away, we have taken this guy's pictures, and what can I say about this guy right from the outset? Well, straight away, he's not the best bootleg, unfortunately, but we have to give credit where credit is due. We have a brand new helmet sculpt up here. We have a brand new belt sculpt as well, with one single holster, which we haven't had in the 6-inch line before. So we've actually got some pioneering work here from the bootleggers, which is really, really cool. However, there was a few letdowns, and I'll just go through that as we go through the review. I was going to purchase both. There is two on Aliexpress, but I wasn't too sure about this visor part at the top there. It looked really misaligned, so I wanted to see what it was like before actually putting a lot of money down on it. So yeah, you can actually get this guy here, which is like the officer guy, which has a holster, and there's another one that comes with a bazooka, just a standard kind of grunt on there. So I just thought I'd get this one. They're the same price, but this one comes with a few accessories more, so I decided to go for this guy. So he comes with a few accessories. This one, he actually comes with 3 accessories. So he comes with his sort of DC rifle on here. Not too bad looking, exactly the same that we've always had. The only thing I would say is that these ones are slightly coming a lot more gummier. They've taken a sort of like a little bit from Hasbro here. It actually comes with his DC carbine as well. You can see that it fits in his hands okay, but again, this is really gummy as well, so this is getting a lot worse to what we've had before. We have got the one here from, I think it was the 501st trooper, just a standard, and yeah, I can't even really move that one compared to this, where it's like really just bending over. So yeah, they definitely have sort of dropped down on the actual quality control of the actual blasters. It just feels like really vinily. It also comes with his little pistol that is in his holster here, looking pretty cool. This actually feels a bit more firmer, but again, I think it might be because it's smaller. We've got all the details on there, there's nothing missing. However, it just feels a little bit more bendy and a little bit more vinily as well, and that can go straight back into his holster just like so. So actually pretty cool that these guys actually come with quite a few accessories as well, which is really nice. So now we go through his articulation. With that, we can go left, he can go right, he can look down this far and look back up there. We actually got upper neck movement at the top there, so you got a bit of swagger if you want him to have a bit of personality, and you got the lower neck movement as well down there. We've got full rotation around at the arm, and it comes up to this far, and we've got a butterfly joint in there, which is really nice. We have a single elbow joint that comes up to this far, rotation at the wrist, and it's also on a hinge as well there. We've got diaphragm swivel left and right, crunches forward, not too much, goes a little bit back there, legs come up this way, forward, back, upper thigh rotation there. We've got knee rotation, got a single knee joint as well, and then got the rocker and the pivot at the ankle. So all what the actual new bodies come with, what all the other new bootleg clone bodies come with as well, which is really, really nice. But now we're going into the part where it is a little bit more of a letdown, and I will tell you why for those reasons. So you actually come with the helmet part on here. I've actually not glued it back down. I've actually taken it away and boiled it up to take this off, because it was slightly, just a little bit too high. It was like showing off this line at the top there. And these parts weren't really aligned up, so I haven't re-glued it back down. I will re-glue it a little bit later. So I just wanted to show that it actually has like glue parts around on the side as well. So if yours does come a little bit misaligned, this is separate. You can boil it up and then slowly tear it off, or even use a X-Acto knife just to sort of trim it down on the glue part. And you can sort of then put it back in to get the reshape back in the boiling it back up, and then putting it back down to get it into the right position. So don't be too alarmed, because what I was with those pictures, so you can actually readjust those bits on there. That isn't the actual part there. That is a little bit of a quality control, but to me it isn't the part that lets this guy down. The actual helmet's sculpt, it looks fantastic. I love all the greys, everything's painted on there. We've got these sort of like black dots, we've got the blue coming across the top here as well, which is all kind of battle damage as well. Really nice kind of visor part, and all these bits down here is all painted as well. So the helmet, it looks great, it looks really fantastic. Just underneath down here as well, you can actually see the actual head. Someone did say in the comments that this helmet is removable and it's not glued down. I haven't tried taking it off. It is literally just wedged on over that head. It's so, you can see it's so tight on there, and if you try and pull it off, it just pulls off the neck joint. So I guess it's just a Tamara Morrison head in there that all the other sort of like bootleggers have. So yeah, I'm just rather just keep it on there rather than sort of damaging the paintwork of this as well. The actual body as well, this is where the letdown is. It feels really gummy. The actual hands as well, like you can see that they're made of this sort of like black vinyl plastic, and they just bend like anything. The body itself as well is actually more based on the sort of like the 322nd Clone Trooper one here. You can see that the eye part is a lot lower down. I have modified this one a little bit. I have thickened it up a little bit, but as you can see, this is the original bootleg with the eye part that goes up in the middle, so it goes right to the top, and it isn't battle damage at all. So they have actually gone off and then used these ones here. But the actual plastic itself, the whole figure itself, you can see it's actually a lot more shinier than the other parts as well. It's like really kind of vinyl. You can't really notice it on there. They both look exactly the same as each other, but this feels really just really a lot softer plastic. It feels like I could damage it with my fingernail, unfortunately. And even on the elbow joints as well, which are normally quite rigid on these ones, so they're like really hard plastic. They're actually not as soft as the official, but they are softer. As you can see there. So yeah, they're definitely sort of getting a little bit less on that part. Looking over the rest of the actual figure, the paintwork looks great. We've got the little sort of blue part around here, again all battle damage, with the shoulder pauldrons up here looking quite nice. Down on this bit, which is pretty cool, and then down on the belt we've got that new sort of mold, I guess, with the actual one pistol. But you can actually see where they had an original one, and it looks like they've actually cut off the other holster. So whether that's the injection mold from them making it, I can't imagine that there's someone in the factory like cutting off every single holster. I won't imagine that, but I'd imagine that's what they've done for this. That's why it's still got that part on there. And down on the legs, exactly the same as before. And yeah, again, these parts are a little bit not as gummy as the shoulder pads, but they are gummier compared to what we had before. And it results down into the knees, on the ankles as well. Unfortunately, he falls over quite a bit because he does feel a little, he's not loose, it just feels like over time it just kind of gets a little bit more heat up. But today it is really warm in the UK. It's about 31 here, so it could be a case of that the actual plastic is quite hot as well, so that's why it's a little bit more gummier. But I don't think it is, to be honest. But yeah, he's looking pretty cool. But we can actually put him back on the shelf now, put him down here with these other guys, and we can actually bring in a few other sort of 501st guys. So I want to show off, we've got the 501st one. This is the bootleg, the standard phase 2 one on there, looking really nice. We have got the 322nd that I kind of wanted to put in there as well, because obviously he's sharing the same sort of body mould or paint decos. But I kind of wanted to compare him with Hulk, to be honest with you. I just wanted to bring in Hulk. I can't, literally, I remember getting this guy and I was never ever kind of like thinking, wow. And this was from Hasbro, you know, it's just like they put it back on the old buck of the Clone Trooper. The helmet, I mean, I have kind of gone off and added a few extra paint decors on there, and I remember having to take off the nose part and realign it as well. But God, doesn't it just look awful? It just doesn't look great at all. There's no depth at all in this sort of visor part or anything. It's just painted on over the top. And this is from an actual, like, not even an official company. This is like a factory out in sort of like, I don't know, China or Japan, and they're making these, and the helmets look great. Whether they're sort of like getting it off like maybe the 3.75s and then making it, but it is an actual helmet. You know, it actually fits around on the original head on the inside, which hasn't been done before. So I have to give kudos to it. I just think they look great. They look amazing. It's just a shame about the body part on there. But I mean, if you guys were a little bit annoyed with that, you could always buy another sort of like a bootleg 501st kind of guy and then just swap the head over. You could always do that. But yeah, that's kind of it really. I mean, what else are they going to bring out soon? I mean, what else would you like to see? I would love to see the Geonosis version of this guy, that is for sure. But and I kind of wish that they kind of sort of like start moving away from the 501st a little bit. And I wouldn't mind, with all the actual sort of molds they got already, just start injecting different kind of, you know, battalions into it. I would absolutely love that. But yeah, I would like to see some more commanders or something like that as well. But definitely something a little else away from the blue, because my shelf is literally looking like a sea at the moment where there's so much blue on there. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me in this one. Don't forget to comment down below. You can subscribe, you can ding the bell, you can follow me on Instagram, and also you can join the channel for 99p or 99 cents for wherever you are from. It really helps out the channel and is much appreciated. And until next time, take care, and I'll see you soon.